Hello and welcome to the Otaku Network podcast. My name is Steve.
And I'm David.
And we are into week 6 of the 2026 winter anime season. As usual, we will kick it off with the latest episode of Journal with Witch. This episode really focuses heavily on Makio, as we start out with her digging into a diary that her sister left Asa, until it becomes too unbearable to deal with it. More so due to her still rightfully struggling with her inability to feel anything about the death of her sister. Like, the level of hatred that she has for her keeps getting deeper the more we learn. On the first day of summer vacation, Asa returns home after being out all day to find the house in disrepair, which is significantly different than what she left it, and she snaps on Makio in a way that I'm sure is similar to how her mother behaved. And it drives Makio into a corner. As we've said repeatedly in the past, Makio struggles to survive with other people. And at first, Makio wants to push away the interaction, but realizes that things can't change if she doesn't express herself. A short time later, she gets disturbed from her work by the incessant ringing of the doorbell, to find Asa's best friend, Emily, at the door, with Asa nowhere in sight, as the girl, through asking permission a few days earlier, was coming over to hang out and, do craft things with her friend. And Emily, probably some part due to the busybody nature of her mother, is not shy from prying into Makio and brings up a question about love and marriage. It starts to make Makio think about her current relationship and past relationship with Kasamachi. And in a moment of flustered weakness, ends up sending a text to him that she wasn't planning on sending, asking him to go out to dinner as a way to thank him for how he's been there for her and Asa recently. And while they are out at dinner, she starts to battle with her needs, her past, and her desires. And we end the episode with them sharing a tender moment together in an isolated park that may be the signal of returning to what they had or moving into something different. This was very much an episode that focused heavily on Makio and delved into her issues with her relationships with other people.
There are many. She very much has an issue with other people.
She's easily overwhelmed by stimulation and just kind of shuts down when things become hectic around her, especially in the form of somebody being aggressive towards her. Maybe not necessarily like violently aggressive or angrily aggressive, but just insistent.
She is very much an introverted person.
Oh yeah.
Who's conflict avoidant and has a very low social battery. She chooses to be alone.
Yeah.
Because that is what is best for her mental health.
And she takes a lot of the consideration of the other people and how her personality and livability can negatively affect them, as we saw with Kasamachi.
She cares more about the feelings of other people around her and how she affects those people's feelings rather than her own. I'm not saying that her number one priority isn't herself. It's when she is prioritizing other people for once, the prioritizing is all extensive instead of intensive.
It was interesting that Kasamachi was like, we were lovers. And then, because I can't have you not in my life, we just became friends. Why don't we just be friends with benefits? Girls got needs. Kasamachi's got needs too. I mean, let's not lie.
Girls got needs. Kasamachi's got needs. Needs.
Yeah, this might not...
This might not turn out the best.
He might just be hoping that...
Somebody's catching the feels, 100%.
No, I don't think the feels have ever left.
Right. Somebody's trying to rekindle the feels.
Yeah, he's trying to rekindle the feels. And I think with maybe trying to come up with a stopgap measure, I think his end goal is for her to come to the realization that, no, I just am going to spend my life with this human being.
Yep.
Oh.
I was mad at the cliffhanger.
Journal with Witch is a type of narrative that it becomes significantly stronger the longer it goes. And I just need to stop saying this was the best episode so far. Because in the trajectory of its storytelling, I'm just going to assume that the last episode will be the best episode.
Maybe. Or they could completely drop the ending.
I don't think so. Not with this strong a writing.
Could happen. It's happened before.
Let's bring it down a little bit and get into some mindless entertainment that is Jujutsu Kaisen, the Culling Game Arc Part 1. Episode 5.
We open with Principal Naga being interrogated about how he makes his cursed corpses. The asshole principal from Kyoto is interrogating him, and we find out that he is sentenced to death. The principal then goes around with a happy little teddy bear thing that we find out is his dead son, and, breaks his wife and brother-in-law by introducing this teddy bear. Then the principal is going to go find Panda, his actual son, and in the meantime, he's ambushed by people from Kyoto and killed. Panda, who has been released from JJK prison by the guy that was with him during the Shibuya arc, sprints full speed, finds Naga dead. The principal from Kyoto's like, "Don't you want to kill me?" He's like, "Nah, you're just a tool." And then even pandas cry. And then we basically move away from that story arc for a bit, and we pick up with Megumi and Itadori as they're going to find this third year that has been expelled from Jujutsu High, and basically Fight Club. Yuji and Megumi bullshit their way into this fight club. Megumi, being the eternal asshole, isn't allowed to fight because the boss doesn't like him. And so Yuji gets picked to fight, which Yuji's the brawly type anyway. We find out that he's going to fight Panda. Yuji and Panda put on a very showman-y fight between the two of them, which
Panda's really bad at acting.
Panda's very bad at acting. We've known this. We've known Panda's been bad at acting. Yuji does the right thing, makes himself very showy, very flashy, and gets the attention of the boss, who wants to use him in a storyline like a WWE match. Panda absconds off campus to find Megumi in the forest, and they talk about how they're going to create a diversion. Yuji goes and meets with the boss, which we get very, in my opinion, well-animated scene where they're talking to each other.
That was fantastic. With the single frame.
That was beautiful.
That was
cinematography.
really cool.
And just the way and how smooth all the movements and the animations are, I'm pretty sure there was rotoscoping involved. But the animation was just peak.
It was mimicking a single camera, single take shot.
Yes.
Of the perspective of Yuji being interrogated by this Tylor Durden type character.
Yes. And then the phone rings, which alerts
Tylor Durden
that
this name doesn't matter.
Shit's going on. He downs his drink, throws his glass at Yuji, and the fight is on.
I'm glad that they didn't try to make us pretend that everybody in JJK society doesn't know who Yuji is.
Yeah.
Like, dude knew who Yuji was.
Yeah.
Dude knew who both of them were.
I like how he was like, Satoru Gojo couldn't hold his alcohol. And Yuji's like, I don't know who Gojo is. Then he goes, don't lie to me. Everybody knows who Gojo is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the episode. Very tame.
It was all right.
There was a lot of cinematography this episode.
That seems to be the theme for this season.
Yeah.
They're playing with a different...
I do really have to praise the one camera, one take.
That last few minutes where there was the initial standoff between those two characters and the way that was shot, or not shot.
Animated.
It's animation. The way it was directed.
Yes.
Was really good.
It was very beautiful.
Something we don't really see a lot.
No.
Not in shonen anyways.
No. I'm actually
Shonen always has to be hectic.
Good on him for dodging that shot glass, though.
No, it hit him in the head.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
He ducked.
No, I'm pretty sure it hit him in the head.
Oh. Also, dude's cursed technique was
weird.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like he was manifesting
like playing cards.
Or just like planar manipulation.
Yeah. It's just they were very...
If he ever played Magic, or if he ever played Mage the Awakening, it's like he was using correspondence to attack somebody.
It's just cool because it was also very like kaleidoscopic.
Yeah.
I liked his curse technique.
I'm sure we'll find out.
Yeah, we're going to find out more.
Next episode
but just
we'll find out what it does.
His curse technique was really neat, and it was introduced without being like, here you go, idiot.
As an old man with a lot of facial piercings and tattoos, I hate the character design.
For what's her face?
Of the principal in Kyoto.
Oh, you don't like?
I hate him
Kyoto's
much.
principal.
I hate him
too.
much.
You're meant to hate him, though.
Yeah, but I just hate the way he looks.
Yeah, he's a dirtbag. Yeah.
I will probably look like that when I'm his age, if I make it that far. But
I am very sad that Jujutsu High's principal is dead, though. He's a likable character. Especially if you watch Zero and the 2.5 arc. He cares a lot about everybody at Jujutsu High.
He's stern but loving.
Exactly. The only person he probably hates is Gojo. But he hates him because he's a troublemaker. And even when he was about to die, he's like, "You've gotten really bold with Gojo gone," because he knows that nobody would do any of this if Gojo was still around.
Yeah, because Gojo would be like, "What do you think you're doing?"
Let's talk about My Hero Academia, episode 6, the flashback episode, where we learn all about Aizawa's childhood. Aizawa receives a call from Miss Midnight, basically tell him, "Hey, you should come teach at UA High." And he's like, "I don't want to teach. I hated UA."
Spoiler alert.
We get a flashback where Aizawa leaves his umbrella for a little kitten because Koichi saved a kitten and he could not look at it because he felt apparently incredibly guilty about this cat that he just left in the rain with an umbrella, which I was like, that's a lot. Like, you're going to school. Like, that's enough. And so Aizawa basically flashes back to him, Present Mike, and their friend, what's his name?
Cloud Boy,
yeah.
Son Goku.
Kind of. But he also looks like Gear 5 Luffy.
That's fair.
Son
Luffy.
Super Gear 5. Anyway, Son Luffy shows up and basically outdoes Aizawa by bringing the cat to school. We basically learn that Aizawa and the other two, Present Mike and Son Luffy, are all not the best students. They don't have their work studies, which is super important if you've watched My Hero Academia. Basically, to become a hero, you need to have a work study so that you get your name out there and pick up by an agency, blah, 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 blah. Aizawa seems to not have mastered the entirety of his quirk yet, as he cannot do the scarf thing and his power cancellation simultaneously. And everybody kind of shames him for that. We then get introduced to a teenage Miss Midnight who, Jesus, take the wheel. I am glad that they threw in the little joke about heroes and their costume choices.
I loved it.
Where she's like, "I'm going to change the world." Stop, freeze frame. She did not change the world. She actually got slapped with a cease and desist.
Brilliant.
Which was awesome. It was brilliant, and I loved
brilliant.
it. And yeah, that's kind of the episode. It's just a flashback of Aizawa being super depressed, and unfortunately, it was another cliffhanger that we got to figure out the relevance of this flashback next episode, which I feel like we'll get hit with, because whenever they do a two-parter like this, it has a decent payoff, at least in Vigilante history.
This episode was good just on its own, too.
It was very good, yes.
It's
just we didn't need a payoff. I like seeing Aizawa Depresso Espresso as a teenager.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Depresso Espresso as an adult.
I started to get annoyed in the beginning with the whole, like, oh, they're just doing an MHA thing. But I think with the introduction of the Cloud Dude, Son Luffy, the dichotomy of his personality versus Aizawa's personality, and then unfortunately Present Mike, who I absolutely detest, it became more interesting.
To be fair, almost everyone detests Present Mike. Even the characters in the anime detest Present Mike.
I like Present Mike's Japanese voice actor, though.
He's also annoying in English, too.
I've always enjoyed that voice actor's tonal quality, and he always plays, or at least maybe it's just part of his delivery to a grating, annoying character. But those characters were fun. Like, he plays Winter's informer in Spy Family, the dude with the curly hair. That character is great, even though he's grating, but he's so lovable. And then he also did a really good character in Grimgar of Fantasy and Ash. No, this was a good episode. I do it. Ms. Midnight is a good character. She's a lot of fun, even though she's fan service. Like you said last week, she actually has depth to her.
And Aizawa's
fun.
Probably one of the greatest characters in MHA.
Journal with Witch, strong as ever. Oh God, it's so strong. I hope they bring out the manga soon. I really want to read this. JJK is doing JJK. I think the episode was it was okay. The stuff with Naga was pretty good. I did enjoy that. The Fight Club thing, I was like, whatever, this is stupid. You know what? The episode was okay. I enjoyed Panda and Itadori doing the fake fighting, which, aside from Panda's reactions, was pretty good. You're just like full attack, and it's just like tap tap. Like that was fun. But I really think it's overshadowed by the last essentially 2 minutes of the show being
beautifully animated.
Phenomenal. I wouldn't say beautifully animated because there wasn't a lot of animation per se. Like there was only because it was a single shot, but just the delivery was so good. And My Hero Academia was fun. It was fine. There were moments I was kind of like, I'm kind of bored with this. And then that quickly evaporated as the story kept going and it did become enjoyable. And I'm really intrigued for next week's episode with the purple one.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued by that.
I'm intrigued for all of next week's episodes.
So, okay, Cloud Dude. He's dead, isn't he?
Yeah, I haven't seen him
like,
at all.
if he doesn't show up in MHA, something tells me his ass dies.
Maybe.
In this incident.
Maybe.
That's my
We'll have to see.
total feeling.
Or is critically injured and
He
can't participate.
He is too positive to survive.
You're right.
All right, we got anything else?
Not that I can think of.
All right, well, thanks for listening. Almost to the halfway point of the season. I can't believe it. Let us know what you thought of these episodes. Don't forget about the Wednesday episodes of the podcast where we are revisiting the 1990 OAV series for Ranma 1/2 on Weekly Ranma. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Hit that bell so you get notified when we have new episodes dropping. Come visit us and harass us on our socials and our Discord channel. And we will see you guys next time.
I feel like I want to rewatch Erased again.